Before we start, no, you are not colorblind. Enemies are blue, friendlies are red. Please take that in consideration before asking me why I'm killing teammates. Battlefield 1's final DLC have been officially released for vanilla, and during those weeks of beta testing we found out something very interesting. Original game became a testing ground. What do I mean with this statement? Let's start the video. Apocalypse promised to be something revolutionary and break the boredom of typical World War I depiction seen in the base game. Its promises have been respected, at least for the infantry maps. From my several weeks of gameplay, the city version was stable for me, but somehow all of this has been ruined at the release of the expansion pack. Seriously, this rushed piece of trash managed to destroy the stability of the game. Most of the important content didn't get enough time to be covered and to be of course perfected or even been fixed for a proper release. Alright, with this rushed job and some explanations covered, we can start with a proper review for the DLC. The themes and destruction on maps, especially Somme and Passchendaele, just reveal how horrible the situation in Europe during the war was. Lots of rubble, gas, dead bodies, ruined buildings and huge fires. This feels like a real apocalypse. Less can be applied to other maps, sadly. Honestly, St. Quentin's car had the apocalypse feel, but only inside the trench lines. Others can be applied to Verdun and Fort de Vaux. A special thank you for this fantastic work and proper tuning of the team, at least on 2 of the maps.
Japandale?
The scariest and most serious map out of all DLCs, and its level of epicness just blew me away at the release. Everything is destroyed. One side of the map is covered in dead trees and fire, and the other one has tons of craters filled with water that has the color of mustard gas. Not to mention the fact that there is a cloud of that toxic gas covering the area, making a dangerous route if you make the mistake to enter inside that without a gas mask. Everything in the middle of the map is just a scrapyard full of broken stuff. The art style is heads off, but I would like to warn you that this map tends to do a lot of base rape gameplay for Britain side. The deployment of UK troops are like literally 100 meters away from the Zonnebeke church. In CT, the feedback has been sent to DICE. This is going to be the final build, sadly. Reverb Super. The apocalyptic part at the beginning of the round, should I say, is not felt that much. But after reaching the far deployments of German army, you can see everything on fire and again destroyed buildings and burning dead trees. Sadly, this map along with the upcoming one have a really bad balance at game modes. This map is prone to be a camping shitfest if you don't have a good team to push through the German defensive lines at the farm. The camping levels of snipers are really off the chart. It's really bad, to be honest. Conquest Assault is a really bad game mode to be featured in this DLC, so just a proper Conquest mode is the best to fit on this one. Similar to Tsaritsyn, but must have more objectives. This map has a beautiful weather setting, and sadly it's the only one to feature the Levens projector for all control points. Seriously DICE, you didn't want to add them to all infantry maps? It's honestly the only reason why this map feels like an apocalyptic setting, because of those gas projectiles flying over the map. Though I gotta admit, that destroyed building, train and bridge show a potential of the theme. Austro-Hungarians again get destroyed at the base, usually being covered with Michael Bay's favorite type of gameplay feature. In rare cases the teams push through that limit and capture at least 2 or 3 control points.
Mama's Edge.
Honestly, this is the worst map in the game. All of those from past DLCs are nothing compared to this one. It's a copy-paste of Campaign Mission 4 multiplayer, but has this new air assault gameplay. About this detail of the game we are going to talk later on. Map is just simply not worth it. If you are good at pilot, go on and try it out. But I'm going to pass this one because it sucks and doesn't have a behemoth in it. A really beautiful map, again from Campaign. Although compared to that garbage Edge, this has a unique game mode in it, which makes it really interesting. Behemoths versus behemoths, those balloons from Turning Tides, and airplanes. Pure chaos and fantastic moments set in the sunset. Can't forget the experience I got playing this map. I recommend you playing the Raiders game mode, and do not go airplanes only. I have tried this wonderful weapon in CTE version when it was called CSRG. For some reason it was renamed to now known SRC. Ribeirol's Shawshat, or Kakat SMG, literal translation meaning shit SMG, is quite an interesting weapon to be honest. It's a breed of that shit machine gun with faster automatic fire and a very powerful damage in close quarters. Its real drawback is the magazine, which consists out of 9 bullets. You have to reload this one every time you kill an enemy, or you should just forget about Zerg rushes if you want to try this weapon. From my gameplay impressions, I really like this weapon. Optical variant, if used in automatic fire mode, is trash and useless. I recommend you switching to semi-automatic so you have more chances of getting some kills on medium to close ranges. Basically, this weapon is Farquhar Hill from Turning Tides, but has a bipod to compensate the recoil while on the ground. Also, it got a weird iron sights, which is fixable by applying AA sights on it. What can I say, I think this is the only unique weapon that we get to see in this DLC. Really cool, has an epic firing sound. It's easy to unlock and it's fun to use. This is a lightweight and air-cooled version of MG08. Fires really fast in a similar manner as Parabellum, and has a similar reload as that machine gun. But its feature is a lever to extract the belts back into the magazine, later to be replaced with a new link. Sounds quite interesting, as with Parabellum the dude rolls the magazine compared to this one. Nothing much else, is just a better version of MG1417. This one is really interesting. I really like the straight pull bolt feature, so you don't have to zoom out in order to pull back the bolt. It's available only in marksman mode, and to this day I have no idea what's the difference between sniper and this marksman variant. It's easy to unlock and it's required to score some kills to unlock the second one coming. I still have no idea why DICE decided to destroy this weapon and make it infantry only. One legendary weapon that goes to trash bin of forgotten weapons in Battlefield 1. This was the biggest letdown from my opinion, really sad to see this one slapped with an infantry only tag, soon to be forgotten by dozens of other choices. Because they were too lazy to make the M1903 infantry variant available for all players, they created this one with even more stupid decision. You should have the choice of choosing either Ross Mark III or Enfield Marksman. What can I say about this? It's an epic fail. Still have no idea again why DICE kept the name as Revolver. This is basically auto revolver, but available for all classes. Pretty cool, works the same and offers significant changes to revolver class. I still think that an export variant for auto revolver would fix the issue of unused revolvers rather than making a new one. Broken Bottle, Meat Cleaver, Bottle and Pry Bar. Basically the most retarded melee weapons I have ever seen in a game. I have nothing to say on this one, it's your choice if you want to unlock them or not. AA rocket gun I guess is some sort of a stinger choice if you want to take down planes more accurately than the AT variant. Won't use it because it has no sense at all. Nope, these two planes are some reskins. Let's go on. Air Assault is garbage, absolute trash of a game mode. If you count only the maps where fighters show off each other, this is basically just air superiority made in Team Deathmatch. Raiders variant introduced in London Calling should be the true version of this game mode. It's fun, involves behemoths and carton class airship. It's fun to destroy planes with mounted machine guns and destroy zeppelins. I definitely recommend you trying out the Raiders and only this version. Affliction doesn't deserve to exist in this game. When applying these, quotes, specializations, you incapacitate yourself just for some unique dog tags. Nobody gives a shit if you're wearing those, but using the afflictions will affect the gameplay and teamplay. I had one dude running around with both Death Toll and Peacock afflictions, and flanking along in a squad with that thing is basically impossible. I hope this mistake never gets repeated again. DICE, what the hell are you thinking there? We are some sort of Terminators that could destroy everything in the maps? I will give them a try if I will ever have interest to do so, but unlock requirements for them is absolutely retarded. Can you please go fuck yourselves and try making some realistic assignments rather than destroying a behemoth with a goddamned colibri? This DLC for me is mediocre, and managed to reach the levels of Turning Tides in less than 2 months. Good job rushing the last DLC. The cherry on top is some green sour taste raw product. This will keep people playing the game until Battlefield 2018 announcement? Let's see, the time will tell. It was a fun ride with these DLCs, and I remember how epic the French one was at the reveal. Sadly, this went downhill with the Turning Tides content. I would like to announce that I will be reviewing the previous 2 ones after TTK 2.0 patch, as I think it's the goddamn time to do so. Thank you for watching, this was Chris, see you in the gaming zone.